Hello everyone, this is a video showing me playing my mage in World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic, doing a part of the quest chain for the legendary staff, Dragonwrath, Terragos' Rest. We are at the quest called Delegation. As you can see in the video, I'm on my way to grab one of the fragments during the Rhyolith fight, but I'll talk a little bit more about the quests. In this quest, Delegation, Calicos has learned that a bough of Nordrassil, the world tree in Hyjal, has been stolen by the baddies in the Firelands and have asked us to recover the branch of Nordrassil. Fun fact, Nordrassil means Crown of the Heavens in Darnassian. Now, the quest doesn't exactly tell you what you need to do to get the branch back. However, since we're playing a game from 2010, people have already figured it out. So from 4 bosses, you need to gather from each boss 3 fragments, and then you combine the fragments in your inventory by right-clicking it into a dull focus. And then you have to place the dull focus in a specific ability respective to each boss in order to make it a charge focus. And once you have 4 charge focuses from the bosses, Rhyolith, Bethtilac, Shannox, and Alysrazor, then you can use any one of the charge focuses near a specific portal to create a portal to the mini boss encounter. So this part of the quest chain happens after you've collected 25 embers and buy 3 stanza times, turn them in, then do the instance solo quest part in the Nexus. Brief note about that, if anyone sends you an invite to a raid group while you do that, definitely don't accept it. It will probably kick you out of the instance and you'll have to start over. Anyways, after you turn that part in, you'll be on the quest Delegation. And as you can see here, I'm on my way to grab my 3rd fragment. So now I have 3 Rhyolite fragments in my inventory. I'm going to right click it now to turn it into a dull Rhyolite focus. And I'm pretty sure we actually wipe soon, so I don't actually get a chance to turn it into a charge focus, and I didn't make it to that foot on time. So what I'm trying to do here is wait until he's about to do a stomp, and then I'm gonna place the dull focus right under his foot from the stomp. As you can see, he's now spamming the raid with AoE damage because I think he hit the lava. So we're gonna wipe here. So let me fast forward to our next attempt. So fun fact about the fragments and the focus, they carry with you between wipes. So you don't need to kill the boss and complete the quest in the same encounter. So you can see here, I'm waiting for the stomp. I have the dull focus ready to go, and I'm placing it now, and he does his stomp. So ideally, you're placing a dull focus, and he's gonna stomp on it. It's gonna change into a charge focus. I'm waiting for the raid to clear out a little bit. I wasn't sure if I got it done, so I was just started grabbing fragments. Just in case I didn't. For some reason, this one gave me 3 instead of 1. The first time you're grabbing them, they only give you 1. And as you can see here, I'm looting the charge Rhyolite focus here. And I've completed the Rhyolith part of the quest. Alright, next we're going to move on to Shannox. Alright, so in this fight, you need to wait for a crystal prism to break, and it will drop all 3 shards at once. At least that's what it did for me in this one. So as you can see in the bottom left, I got 3 Emberstone fragments. I'm going to combine those 3 fragments now into an Emberstone dull focus. And what you need to do here is wait until he's about to throw the spear, and you need to place the dull focus in the spot that the spear lands. So I have my dull Emberstone focus ready. I have a timer for when he's going to hurl spear next in the middle right of the screen. So when that timer is close to hitting, I'm going to stand near Riplin because he always throws the spear near Riplin. I'm going to look for a reticle on the ground because that's where the spear is going to land. And I'm going to drop the focus right there. And I'm going to blink away because I'm a mage. And now I just got to wait for the ground to dissipate. And I should have a charge Emberstone focus ready for me. There it is. All right, next we have Bethtilac. So in this fight, you need to gather the fragments from a drone. So after you kill a drone, it should drop all 3 fragments in one pickup. Here I'm waiting for the body to disappear so I can pick up the obsidian fleck chitin fragments. I'm going to combine the 3 into a dull focus. And what you need to do is go upstairs and you need to drop the focus and let it get hit by smoldering devastation. So I'm dropping it right now. Then I'm going to ice block to do the ice block mage tech. Bonus content, you can watch me do the tech. It's ice block just before devastation, mirror image, and whatever you can to stay alive. Health stones, evocation, mage ward, mana shield. You can hear my dog in the background. So again, in this fight, you need to be in the ground for the first devastation, on the web for the second and drop the focus, and then come back up for the third to pick up the charge focus. Alright, so for Alysrazor, when a hatchling hatches from its shell, that is where the fragments come from. So as you can see, I'm going to loot a pyre shell fragment. This is actually going to be my third one since I looted 2 of them in a previous encounter. Alright, so with the 3 fragments, I will combine them to create the dull focus. And what you need to do is drop the dull focus before she reaches 100% here in phase 3 and does her AoE. So I drop it now, she does her AoE at 100 power, and I'm going back to loot it. It's hard to tell, but it looks like I'm looting it right now. And there's the charge pyre shell focus. As a note, you can't be assigned to the air while you're collecting the fragments because they seem to despawn. So once you have your 4 charge foci, you go to the icon that looks like a portal north of Bethtilac in the Firelands map. If you use one of the foci there, it will create a portal to the Anvil of Conflagration. So in this encounter, there's 3 phases. This is the first phase. You just have to kill 7 of these Harbingers of Flame. You just need to make sure that you interrupt their Pyroblast, and definitely interrupt their Pyroblast volleys. And after you kill these, you'll be out of combat. So you can take a moment to drink before you start the next phase. To start the next phase, the quest doer has to just grab the stick in the middle of the room, and that'll start the next phase of the encounter. Note that you don't want to be in the center of the room because that little flame circle does damage to you when you're in it. So if you're fighting the boss and stacking, don't stack in the middle of the room. So for the second phase, you're going to be fighting the Tormented Protector who has gone insane, and you're going to literally beat some sense into him. And when he gets low, he realizes that you're the good guys, and he gives the person doing the legendary quest a buff for the final phase. But for this phase, phase 2, during this fight, the entire raid wants to stack. The boss is going to cast roots on the raid, and you need to not dispel it immediately. He's then going to cast Blazing Stomp, which is going to yeet you out of this area and kill you. So you need the roots to stay alive. So you can see here, he should be casting roots soon. You're going to wait. He just did Blazing Stomp, and now you can dispel the roots. And you want to dispel the roots because they continue doing damage to you. He's going to cast the roots and then stomp multiple times during the raid. Just do not dispel them early. All melee is going to be in the boss, and range DPS is going to be killing these burning tree ants because I think they pulse AoE damage, so you want to kill them from range. So once you get the Tormented Protector down low, you'll realize that you're the good guys, and he'll bless and turn the quest doer into a big tree. And this tree is going to give him a damage and haste buff, and I think a mana regen buff, and also make them the primary focus target for the next boss, Volcanus. So Volcanus is just going to be only attacking the quest giver. I think it gives him some damage reduction as well. I'm not sure. I'll probably mouse over it during this video so you can actually see the buff. But essentially, phase 3 is just a burn phase. There's going to be a stacking AoE damage to the raid, similar to Bethtilac phase 2. And you just need to burn him down before you all die. You want to hold lust for a little bit later in the fight. You can see me there turning into a tree. A little bit of RP. There's the buff. And you want to stack the raid for easier raid healing and just burn this guy down. So after you kill this guy, the person doing the legendary quest, and I read that only one person on the chain can finish this. So that if you have like 2 people at this part of the quest, only one of them can grab the item to complete the quest. But after you kill him, I think there's a lootable item that you just grab, the branch of Nordrassil. for the Delegation Quest. So after you grab the quest item, you need to head to the Amber Ledge in Borean Tundra and turn it in. And you'll watch Caligosa create the branch of Nordraso, which is the first stage of the staff. There's 3 stages to it. Also, after you kill the Volcanus boss, you'll get a buff/debuff and a new title for 2 hours that lets you leave a flower trail, which is pretty cool. You can watch me here do the rest of the quest line. So after he creates the first stage of the staff, you also get a cutscene, and spoilers on the cutscene. You're not going to see it here because I skipped the cutscene because we're doing this in the middle of the raid. But after you do the cutscene in which you watch Terragosa sacrifice herself to save Caligos, he's going to bind her essence to the staff/you. And the next part of the quest is to collect 1,000 seething embers from killing bosses in Firelands. Killing a boss on 25-man seems to drop somewhere between 100 and 200. So you just got to collect 1,000 before you move on to the next part of the quest. So you can see here, this is the cutscene that you can probably find online by searching Dragonwrath cutscenes. And as you can see here, that's me skipping the cutscene. Me taking a nap. And there you go. This is the Delegation Quest as part of the Dragonwrath Terragosa's Rest Legendary Staff quest chain. Huge shout out to Clear Comms for helping me get this, and thanks y'all for watching.